Hey everyone, I'm Stephen Kalayjian and welcome to Back to the Futures. So what are we seeing here today? We're seeing right now the S&P futures up about 12 and three quarters. Nasdaq's really exploding here. We have Avago, we have so many names here. We have Meta up 10, beautiful patterns. When you're seeing the whole, we've got Microsoft now. Now today after the bell, we have AMD and we have Google. So we have some really big earnings. Tomorrow we have the GDP number at 8:30. And then after the bell tomorrow, we have Microsoft and Meta. On Thursday, we have the PCE number. Then we have Apple and Amazon. And then, of course, on Friday, we have the jobs number. Okay. And then on the jobs number, the next thing we got to look at is what? Boom. We got to look at the 10 o'clock ISM number. Okay. Now, with that being said, what we're looking here today is I'm going to show you that we got a big buy reversal on the 15-minute time frame on the spiders right here. Okay. And if you're looking at the spiders, let me just see. Looking at the spiders, let's see. Okay. Hold on. Let me just look at this here. Okay, so if you look here on the spiders, okay, you can see here we got a big buy reversal on the 15-minute time frame, right? The 15-minute time frame reversed the buy. The MACDs are crossing up from below the pivot line, right? Okay, and with that being said, when we got that buy reversal, okay, it correlated with the 30-minute time frame. So now two of the three time frames are in buy mode, and then the 60 is still negative. But when we got that buy on the 15-minute time frame on the spiders, boom, we waited for the first pullback right here beautifully. S&P futures on this pullback pulled down to the 62 level. We gave a range in my live stream between 59 and 64, and then wow, bam, bam, right there, up and away. S&Ps went from 62 up to like 80, 81, 82 there. Monster pattern, monster pattern. And when you see something like this occur based upon the conditions, when you have conditions, okay, and the conditions are the 15, the 30, and the 60-minute time frame make up the conditions in the market. And when you get these type of conditions, and then you go and you trade the market, what you need to do then is, obviously you like to have all three line up at the same time, but if two of the three line up, right, then the most important thing is you wait patiently for the first pullback on the 5-minute time frame and look at them go. Boom. And if you look here on the QQQs, the Nasdaq futures traded almost up from there, about 80 handles from there. Okay, monster move there. Nasdaq futures were trading around the 20,585, and they pushed up almost 100 handles. Almost 100 handles on that. Almost 100 handles. Is amazing. What a pattern. What a beautiful pattern. The Qs and the SM spiders, beautiful patterns that gave me the ability then to look at what? Boom. To be able to look at buying the underlying futures, the Nasdaq futures and the S&P futures. It was an absolute Picasso, because the disconnect here, okay, the disconnect here is that the spiders reversed the buy on the 15. It correlated with the spiders on the 30-minute. And on the other pattern here, when the Qs went positive, it correlated with the 60-minute time frame on the Qs. So great pattern. Okay, great pattern there. Okay, all right. Okay. So there you go. There you have it. Okay. Okay. So does anybody have any questions? This is how I look at the market. This is how I read the market all the time. And this gives me the ability to understand market direction, to see things for what they are. Now, the most important thing is you want to be able, okay, to recognize on these patterns in such a way that will give you the best opportunity, right? Okay. All right. So with that being said, it's important, okay? It's important that when you get these buy reversals and these, somewhat correlations, okay, you want to be able to recognize, then you use a smaller time frame, the 5-minute time frame for these pullbacks, okay? All right. Okay. All right. So it's really an honor to be here every Tuesday and Thursday, and it's important that you recognize the importance of technical analysis. I spent 10 years of my life building this platform. I also want to be able to share with you the ability to use multiple time frames and to be able to give you the best opportunities to create the confidence that you need when you're trading the markets. It is really vital and very, very important to recognize that when you have the proper tools in front of you to be able to now see the markets, to be able to trade the futures markets using the underlying ETFs, to follow my rules, my conditions, and my strategies, and then be able to recognize the importance of being on the right side of the market. Because everything that we do is based upon divergence patterns. If you can master the art of divergences, you have mastered the art of trading, okay? And that is hands down the way to go. And so what you want to be able to do and recognize, okay, is you got to want to be able to be in the position, okay, and then say to yourself that this is exactly what you need to do, okay, to be able to get in a situation, okay, and be able to trade the market in such a way that gives you the best bang for the buck, okay? Be able to recognize, okay, we just got buy reversals on the underlying ETFs, okay? All right, on the 15, we're going to look to buy the pullback on the 5, and that's exactly what happened, okay? That's exactly what happened, okay? Okay. Okay, so now what's important, okay, so now what's important is to recognize the moves here, right? To recognize the ability to trade the market. And when you have technology in your fingertips, when you have the ability to trade the market, and then you have the quintessential patterns, and you're waiting for them patiently, there's no better. I mean, like literally, when I saw that pattern, and I taught so many people on my live stream, I said, look at this pattern, right? Okay, we're going to look to buy the first pullback. The MACDs are positive, okay? These are phenomenal patterns. And when you get these patterns, a lot of people switch from micros to big ones, okay? Because that's where the confidence level comes in on this. And that's really, really important, okay? That's really, really important, okay? Okay? All right. Okay. So what we need to do, okay, and what we need to focus on is being able to study these patterns. So here, if you bring up, when I could just show you, okay, this is the what is this, the 30-minute? No, wait, let's see, 5 and 50. So this is the pattern right here on the S&P futures, okay? This is the pattern on the S&P futures, okay? So when you see the S&P futures, okay, doing this here, okay, all right, now what you want to be able to do and recognize is this is the pullback on the 5-minute time frame. Okay, this is the pullback on the 5-minute time frame. They got down to the 62 level on the S&P, and like I said, the Nasdaq futures were trading 20,585. And I just stood there and I said, this is the perfect pullback for everybody. And bam, they exploded to the upside. So a great, great, great move. Okay, a great, great, great move. And then what you want to be able to do, okay, is to be able to identify this and then be able to now recognize the pattern, okay, and then to be able then to trade it and go long it, okay, and then okay, okay. So what you want to be able to do here, okay. Just looking here at these patterns here. So now the 30-minute time frames are starting to get way overboard here, okay? And okay. So now what you want to do here is we're going to wait patiently to see if the 15-minute time frames can get this pullback. If we can get this pullback on the 15-minute time frame, then it should be a really great setup here, okay? And especially the Qs. The Qs by far, okay, the NASDAQ futures, you got the Russell down $1.27, okay? You got the diamonds down, okay? Look at this guy, Jesus Christ. Okay, and then and then you got the the Nasdaq, which is very, very strong here. Okay. 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 All right. So right now we're waiting to see S&P futures have dropped more than about 12 off the highs here. Okay, getting way overbought here. Getting way overbought on the 15 and 30-minute time frames. All right, 15-minute time frames should set up. What time is now? Should set up between now and 3 o'clock. Okay, just trying to see if the 15s can. Okay, we got the Russell just reversed to buy right now. So the Russell, believe it or not, the low should be in for the day on the IWMs here. If anybody has any questions, please feel free to text me or call me at 914-500-7484. Okay. All right. Beautiful, beautiful patterns here today. Beautiful patterns.
There's a question, Steve.
Oh, sure. Do you see the S&P going back up? Yes, I do, but it has to be off the 15-minute time frames, and that should set up sometime today. Okay, it should set up between now and 3 o'clock. Okay, so again, I'm more looking at the Nasdaq futures, which I think are stronger. Okay. Okay. All right. Let's see. I'm just trying to see if anything else is going to happen here. All right. Again, right now, it's all predicated. Okay. It's all predicated on, let's see if what's going to happen here. All right. So I do see the S&P is pushing right back up here again. As a matter of fact, I think if they get down anywhere between the 64.5 and 69.5, I'll probably look to buy them. Okay. All right. All right. All right. All right. There goes the S&Ps right now. And if you look here, the 30-minute time frame on the Qs reversed the buy. So I think the Nasdaq futures, obviously, in my opinion, are the strongest here. So on any pullbacks here, especially on the 15-minute time frame, I would be looking to sell them. Okay, I would be looking to buy them here. So right now the Nasdaq futures just ran about 20. S&Ps ran about 5 here. Okay. All right. Okay. So right now, like I said, of all the 4 major indices here, the S&Ps ran, Spiders just ran 50 cents. S&Ps ran about 5. What's really important here, okay, what's really important here is to remember that when you're trading the markets, you got to look at multiple time frames, the 15, the 30, and the hourly time frames, and then use the smaller time frames. So we got the pullback on the 15, on the 5-minute. Now we're going to look to get the pullback on the 15. And hopefully it's about 150 now. We probably get this pullback somewhere, okay? We probably get this pullback somewhere between now, let's see, by between 3 and 3:30, we probably get this pullback. Okay, we probably get this pullback between 3 and 3:30. Okay. Okay. So now pushing back up. Okay. All right. Again, the pattern should be off the 15. The Nasdaq just ran about 20 here. Let's see if we get this push up on one more time. Get this nice pullback here. Gotta wait here patiently now. It's just very, very quiet. So again, when you're using multiple time frames, okay, I need to okay. Let's see again on the 15-minute time frame. Should set up here. So right now we're just waiting patiently to see. Gold's been very good here today. Gold is up over $20, $25 on gold. And you know, the one thing I can tell you about the gold futures, right, is that when you're looking at the market, okay, today, for example, we had beautiful pullback on the 15-minute time frame at noon on the GLDs, and gold ripped about $10 on that. Really, really great pattern on gold. Okay, and it's really important. Okay, it's really important that when you look at the market in such a way, okay, that you see yourself and you see what you're doing, and you're able to identify getting oversold into the positive MACDs. These are phenomenal patterns, okay? And, you know, I'm basically just so tuned in on these multiple time frames. I have changed so many people's lives in doing this and helping people, okay? And I just want everyone to understand and realize, well, there goes the NASDAQ futures pushing up. They just ran about almost 25 just now. But it's important and imperative to realize and understand that when you're trading the markets, right, using the smaller time frame, the S&P just ran about 7 just now. But what we really want to do, and do you really want to understand that when you're trading, it's just really important to fully understand using the multiple time frames, using the indicators, right, and being able to identify the patterns in such a way that give you the best bang for the buck, right? That you want to be able to recognize and fully trade using the pullbacks, recognizing the pattern. When you get these MACDs crossing up from below the pivot, okay, and then you get these big moves, you want to be able to okay, to be okay. You want to be able to use the smaller time frames. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. So now what's important to recognize and understand is that when you're looking at the market, okay, you want to be able to really see. Now, I don't know if we're going to get this pullback. I would love to get the pullback. Okay, all right. I would love to get the pullback on the 15-minute time frame on the Qs here on the Nasdaq, and I hope we get it because this is a monster pattern. Now, the 30-minute time frame reversed to buy. So now you got the 15, the 30, and the hourly. Okay, and the hourly. All right. Okay. And the hourly, both. Okay. All three time frames are now aligned. And when you get aligned like that, now you want to be able to recognize, like the YMs, right? The 15-minute YMs is correlated on the diamonds with the 30 and 60-minute time frame, and the YM just ran about 30. Beautiful pattern there. Okay. Beautiful pattern there. All right. Now, one thing I will tell you, okay, that is really important. When you look at the markets and you have using the multiple time frames, everything we do is predicated on the word divergences. Divergences are key. Everything is predicated on divergences, buy and sell divergences. So when you look at the market and you say to yourself, okay, that when you have these divergences and you get these monster patterns, right? What you really want to do is then wait, because everything is predicated on buy and sell divergences. So you can have 5 conditions: a buy reversal, right? You can have a trend, a buy reversal, a sell reversal, a correlation, a disconnect. And when you get these 5 conditions, each condition has 2 strategies: a buy and a sell divergence. And when you get these buy and sell divergences, what you want to be able to do is then recognize, okay, how these patterns work. So you have 5 conditions, 10 strategies, and that is exactly how I look at the market as a whole. All right. If anybody has any questions, please text me or call me at 914-500-7484. I love being here in the Back to the Futures. It gives me the greatest joy to help people all around the world learn the futures markets, to be able to recognize the patterns, recognize the strategies, and fully understand exactly how to trade the market in such an efficient way using the multiple time frames and using the multiple indicators. If anybody has any questions, I would love to teach you this, and you can come join me each and every day from 9 to 4 on my live stream. And this is where a lot of our people in our live stream, they learn from all around the world. And I'm so happy to be here. Have a great day, everybody. God bless you all. I'll see you here this Thursday at 1:30. Back to the Futures. Have a great day, everybody.
You know how the financial world goes. Here comes the buzzkill. Please make sure to take some time to read this boring disclaimer. We will owe you one.